we're at the bottom of the lithium cycle. Markets tend to move earlier than the commodity price. They always believe that people can get in at the bottom of the cycle, which is where we are now. There's good potential for uplift in share price with our ASX listing, with a very solid news flow that we've got coming in the next few months.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. Joining me is Cleantech Lithium Executive Chairman, Dr. Steve Kessler. Steve, very good to speak with you. You've just completed an accelerated £2.4 million book build, and it looks like there was strong support from your shareholders in Asia and Australia.
That's right, Stephen. Good afternoon. Yes, it was a very good reaction to our book build. We had essentially almost exclusively existing shareholders placed into this raise, and our major institutions like Athos and Regal and APAC and RAB and Miton, Orca, all follow their money into this raise. So we're very pleased with the support that we've been getting from our existing shareholders.
Steve, who led the book?
Well, Dan Fox Davis, Fox Davis Capital has been our broker since pre the AIM listing in 2022, and he's largely led all of the capital raises that we've done all the way through to this one last night, and he was the sole book runner for the raise.
There's also a broker option included in today's announcement. Steve, can you explain that?
Yes, what we decided is because we went largely to our existing institutional shareholder base for the 2.4 million. That's all going to go to the company to progress its projects. But to enable existing shareholders to also participate, we put in place this broker option, which will be open for I think two weeks. There'll be an RNS coming out shortly. So how our existing shareholders who may feel that they haven't been able to participate, they will be able to participate. So that RNS will be out very, very shortly on how they can participate in that.
And Steve, are your plans still going ahead to dual list on the ASX in Australia?
Yes, we've had lots of discussions with our brokers and our major shareholder Regal, and we believe that our best place is to be dual listed on the ASX. There's a large body of analysts in Australia watching the lithium spaces. There's many lithium companies registered there. There's a lot of institutional funding available for natural resources stocks. So we'll be using the fundraising that we've got now to advance our projects, and in particular take us all the way through to the ASX listing.
I mean, are you seeing signs of recovery in the lithium markets at the moment, Steve?
It's still difficult. I think most people recognize that there is a structural deficit in the lithium market coming along. At the moment, the price is bumbling along at the bottom. There's the perception of an immediate oversupply. Clearly the US and the EU have been slower on the uptake of electric vehicles, but uptake's going gangbusters in China and Asia and other parts of the world, with still rapid growth. And whether it's going to be in the next couple of years, but the market will get back into balance. We're seeing a number of analysts beginning to say, well, maybe the movement in price is going to come sooner rather than later. Everybody knows that the world will need new projects, and no projects are going to happen unless the incentive price is such that banks and others will put money into new projects. And the general feeling is that needs to be north of $20,000 a ton, not the $10,000 a ton where it is today. So between now and during the course of this year into next year, we expect to see the price beginning to start moving upwards. Clearly, we're going to be in production. We aim at the end of 2027 onwards for ramping up in 2028, and the price should be back to a healthy level at that time.
So for current investors and prospective new investors, Steve, why invest now in clean tech lithium?
Well, I think there's a number of reasons. Clearly, we think we're at the bottom of the lithium no cycle. Markets tend to move earlier than the commodity price. They always believe that people can get in at the bottom of the cycle, which is where we are now. There's good potential for uplift in share price with our ASX listing, with a very solid news flow that we've got coming in the next few months. I think we've already announced the government's going to declare which projects are going to go forward into direct negotiation at the end of March. We believe we'll be first in that list. We've got the PFS coming up very shortly. With the product we're going to be making from our pilot plant, we start to introduce material, battery grade material to potential off-takers. So over the course of the next 3 months or so, very solid news flow.
Steve, I hope you'll keep us posted on any progress. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today.
That's a pleasure, Stephen. Anytime.
That's Cleantech Lithium Executive Chairman, Dr. Steve Kesler.